Hello, my friends, and welcome back to your Wednesday review of the one, the only, it's me, the beauty. I'm talking about the Super Mario Galaxy movie that is opening today. Now, this is not an April Fool's joke. If you have been anxiously awaiting this movie, then this is the review that you are not going to want to miss. We are going to be talking about some really important details here. So I want you here. I want you to pay attention to this whole thing, because if you are a video game purist, this one is going to tick all the right boxes. If you are not a fan of video games and you have young kids who like to be entertained by cartoons, this is going to be for you. If you enjoy these types of movies, let's say you grew up with Mario, but you haven't really followed the whole genre shift across all the different game systems from the original NES onward, but you're still a fan of the purest form of Mario and Luigi and all of that, then again, this is one that you are going to want to check out. But Taro, do not even attempt to bite that cord. Being a mom of 7 crazy kitties, I have to deal with them on occasion, and he's been kind of mischievous. Well, I'm not normally up this late doing a review either, so he's like, Mom, what are you doing in here at this time in the morning? What am I talking about, you mean? Well, I am in here because I am fresh from the theater. I went to the midnight showing. I had gotten a sneak peek of this ahead of time, but there's some special things that I don't necessarily get in the sneak peek. What are those? Well, like I said, no spoilers ever. You don't have to worry about that. But if you decide to go see Super Mario Galaxy movie, definitely do not leave when the movie is over. There is a mid-credit bonus scene, and there is a post-credit bonus scene. You are not going to want to miss either one, because they're basically guaranteeing that we're going to get another movie. Now, what will the third one be? We're just going to have to wait and see. But the post-credit bonus scene is like, yes! Especially if you are a video game purist and have followed the whole Mario series from the NES to the Super NES to the N64, all the way up through like the Wii and the Switch and all of the rest of them in between. I know I'm missing some in there, a few. The GameCube and just all of the other ones. There have been Mario games throughout the whole thing, and these movies pay homage to them all the way through. I am giving this movie an innocent rating. If you are thinking, wait, did you review the other one? Well, I did, but this one is one of those ones you can watch even if you watch out of sync. So don't worry, the review for the original Super Mario movie that came out a few years ago will be coming soon. But I wanted to bring this to you, like I said, fresh from the theater. It's me, a deputy. Just being silly, just being myself. Forgive, I'm still dealing with some pain here. And then I found out I've got a raging sinus infection and everything going on too. So I sound a little bit stuffed up, so I apologize. But I want to get right into this. Like I said, I am giving this an innocent rating. But let's jump into the trailer, and then we will talk more about the movie. But you know me, no spoilers ever, nothing even close. So let's jump into this. Now, I know these sounds are confusing, especially if you're listening on the podcast form and you're not on the video part of this. We are actually listening to Bowser painting. As weird as that sounds.
Hey, big guy! You wanted to see us?
Don't move, I'll be right up. Sip in the soup, clean up the paint, and also trim the bonsai bush. Here we go.
When we think of Bowser, we don't think of Zen. We don't think of painting. We don't think of cooking. We don't think of trimming a bonsai. But what we see here is not the Bowser that we remember.
Hey, Luigi!
What's up, Mario?
Or is he?
Behold! I made a masterpiece for Princess Peach. What do you think?
Love the colors!
It's trash.
How dare you look at my masterpiece and say that?
I'll burn the skin off your bones!
Wow. Sorry about that. That's the old Bowser talking. Still working through my demons, I suppose. Anyway, I need my 8 hours or else I really turn into a monster.
I'm Bowser Jr., and I'm gonna be taking my father now!
Princess Rosalina, you're coming with me!
So that was the trailer. Now, how does that exactly prepare you for this movie? Well, there are parts of the trailer that are definitely out of order. Quincy, stop it. So, don't judge the movie based purely on the trailer, because there are parts of the trailer that are out of order for the storyline of the movie. And you may be wondering, if you're not, like I said, a Mario purist that's followed all the games, you may be wondering who Princess Rosalina is. And there's going to be other characters that you might not recognize as well. But like they did in the original Super Mario movie, I'm not talking the live action one like years back. I'm talking the most recent animated one like this one. It pays homage to every one of the Mario movies, including the original 8-bit NES system. There's actually numerous points in this that they pay homage to the original. And I'm sorry, as a Gen Xer, I totally have to appreciate that through and through. But in this one, we see this Bowser's son, basically Bowser Jr., is coming to kidnap Princess Rosalina. And the whole point of kidnapping Princess Rosalina is to try to fulfill his father's dreams. Now, I won't spoil that for you of what his father's dreams are, but he wants to finish what Bowser started. But the thing is, Bowser has changed. Now, what do I mean by that? It's not necessarily as obvious as you might think, but it definitely still pays homage to this. Now, we see different pieces of the Mario story, of the Mario journey, and then we see little Easter eggs throughout this movie. We see things from The Secret Life of Pets. We see things from, it's debatable if it's Dune or Star Wars. And then we see things from like the movie Contact, and we see some other things from other Disney movies. There's a Wall-E type character. There's a Zootopia reference. There's Easter eggs throughout this movie if you're paying attention. And it's just so much fun. You are just caught up in this from the very beginning. And like I said, I always say it's going to be an adventure with these reviews with me. This movie is an adventure beginning to end. You may be thinking, wait, we don't see Princess Peach except in the painting. Don't worry, Peach is in this movie. And there are so many surprises, so many unexpected things. They did goof on a few things, which I'm sorry, with animation, just there's certain things that if you're gonna do it right. There was one thing that was just so blatantly obvious, at least to me. I tend to notice these things when I was talking to somebody after it was all done. Because like I said, I went to the midnight showing, it was full. It was packed. But when I went to this and I was talking to somebody afterwards, and they're like, oh, I didn't even notice that. And I'm like, it's like huh? It's like, how did you not notice that? To me, it was blatantly obvious, but I guess it's not that way to everybody. So you may be wondering score-wise where I'm at on this. Well, of course, I've got to give it credit for the story. I've got to give it credit for the purest sense of honoring all of the Mario movies. We see different characters from honoring all of the Mario games, sorry. We see characters from each and every one of the games. There's even almost a forgotten character from Super Mario Brothers 2 that we see in this one, an egg spitter. Purists will remember that character, and if you're not a purist, it's still entertaining to watch. So what am I giving the Super Mario Galaxy movie? And I want to remind you before I give you the score, if you come see the movie, you want to see the whole thing, if you have to pee, try to make it quick, or just don't drink or something a whole lot before or during the movie, because every single part of this movie, if you're missing part of it, you're missing a piece of it. There is not really like a good pee spot in this whole movie where you can walk out and take a break of. It's just something that keeps you entertained. Now, like I said, there is a mid-credit bonus scene. So as the credits get rolling, there's the whole cut and paste animation, kind of like the old South Park type stuff of where it's cut and paste stuff that's just kind of pasted together. And that's not what I'm talking about with the mid-credit bonus scene. There's actually an animated mid-credit bonus scene. And then you have to sit through all the boring credits and blah, 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 and let it all scroll up. Then at the very end, there is a bonus scene that will leave you cheering. Like I said, especially if you're familiar with the games, you do not want to miss this scene. So, score-wise on the Super Mario Galaxy movie, I am coming in with this. This may surprise a few of you. I am giving the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Are you ready for this? A 6.75 out of 10 on the deputy scale. Now, so that may surprise some of you. Like I said, these movies are not going to be for everybody. They are for video game purists. They're for people who like the cartoons, that like the fantasy, that like just the fun of it. And so that does limit the audience just a little bit. But then, and there's nothing inappropriate. There's no inappropriate language. There's no inappropriate violence or anything like that in these. It's very family friendly. It's fun. And so if you've ever been a fan of Nintendo, if you've ever been a fan of Mario, then you'll definitely want to check this one out. So I promised you a special review. I hope you have enjoyed this adventure as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. And as always, I will be back soon with another one for you. Bye, everybody.